Hey guys, what's up? It's me, DJ Lanes. You'll have no idea what I found today. Now you guys might be wondering, Laney, what the heck is that? Like, what kind of phone is that? It's an Apple phone, people. Relax. This is the phone I have right now. It's the iPhone 16 Plus. Now if I take off the case, it's blue. Okay, it's the Plus. See how big that is? See, look at that. And I was listening to Disney songs, cause why not? Why not? Versus this, which it was a picture of Jack, but I switched it because as good as the picture looked, I didn't want it on my phone anymore. And this is an old phone. This is like the iPhone 12. That's what it was when I first opened it and when I first looked at it, because I literally have not seen this phone in a while, and I ended up switching it to that, which this is a real picture actually. Like the sky turned purple and I just kind of zoomed it in so that I could see the rainbow, because it was weird. It was like raining, right? But it was sunny, so it created a rainbow, and it was only that little bit of the rainbow that it created in the sky, so I zoomed in because it wasn't a full rainbow. It was weird. And this video is just gonna be about the difference between the two phones and whether I like the 16 more or if I still should have kept the 12, because this I'm thinking about getting rid of, but then at the same time, if this ever breaks, I think I should end up keeping this phone, because let's be honest, if the 16 breaks and this is gone, I'm not gonna have a phone. So let's get into this. And Sophia, I got a missed call from, which was from earlier today because me and her were just talking. Okay, so the difference between the two phones was this lock screen I had of Jack and I switched it to a rainbow, versus my 16 now, I have it as that. But I also, hold on, sometimes change it to that because I like blue and orange, which some people might call ugly, but I don't care. Or that. Or that. And this was for the 4th of July. That's what I loved. It was so cool. It had like fireworks and stuff. I think Sophia actually picked that one out for me. And then that one for the fall. That one for the winter. That one's for the spring. Some people might be like, Lainey, why is it spring? Like, there's really not much about it. But the thing is, with, the spring, which now Aiden is texting me, also known as Rocky, which I'll get to in a minute. Spring is like flowers, and it doesn't really matter to me what kind of flowers they are. They just have to be like flowers to be spring related, or like bees, or like when I don't know, anything like that. But then that's my summertime one, sunset. And then I have an Apple phone, and I like blue and orange. This one is not a real, this one is just, I mean, I have an Apple phone, as you can see, because that's the 16. But that, I don't know even how I found that. I mean, I like the colors orange and blue, but I don't know how I found that. That's the lock screen it originally came with, but I took it off, and then I ended up putting it back on, because I know at some point I'm going to want it back on there, so. And then, I'm not going to show you the sports I watch, because that kind of gives away where I live. Another rainbow thing, because I like rainbows. Okay, it might seem crazy. A lot of people do not know, okay? But the hearts, yes, you can understand. The fire and ice, you might not. Okay, let me go back. There was a show that I watched, by the way, not for younger kids. I'd say middle school, high school age watch it. I watched My Hero Academia, and I loved watching it. I don't know what it was. Maybe because they were superheroes or something. I don't know. Anyway, there was one character in particular, Shoto Todoroki, or Todoroki Shoto, whatever way you want to say his name, because depending on the language you speak, you could say it either way. Yeah, he was my favorite character, and he had fire powers on the left side of his whole body, and then ice powers on the right side. I was obsessed with that. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And I still have a few sweatshirts. Like, I literally even have an oversized one that's just half fire and half ice. And now I have a lock screen of that. And it's not exactly the character, it's more so the superpower that I'm obsessed with, which I think is really cool. And then I think that's how I got obsessed with the colors blue and orange. Because, in my opinion, orange represents fire, and then blue is obviously ice. That has been like a while. Some people say red is fire and not orange, but then if you look at the heart, that looks more orange than red. But it can go either way, because I think it depends on which way you look at it. And fire can be all different colors, actually, because when you're doing the stove or something, sometimes it looks blue too. But in this case, it's red or orange. Orange and blue fade, or whatever you want to call that. I think that's actually pretty cool too, because I customized it myself. You cannot do it on an Apple phone, by the way. I kind of used an app for it, which I'll show you after. And then my last background is the sunset. Versus, hold on. Let me go back to my original screen that I liked on here. Which right now I'm kind of obsessed with the colors blue and green. Probably because my sneakers are blue and green. But versus the backgrounds on this. This was my original lock screen on the 16 and on the 12 before transferring. Like when transferring between the two phones, that was my lock screen. But at times, my lock screen was sometimes this one of me, Megan and Aiden. Which, yes, Megan and Aiden, I would have this picture because they would always say, well, when are you ever going to use that lock screen, Lainey? Because they knew I would only have one lock screen in particular, which was the last one I showed you, until I switched it. But yeah, I would have that one too. But I would also have another one of me and my other friends. Like, I have one of just me and Megan. So, sorry for that, Aiden. But to make it up for that, I have a lock screen of me and Aiden, too. So it works. Like, I have lock screens of most of my friends. I even have lock screens of, like, me and Katie, or me and so-and-so. Like, it could be any of my friends. But right now, on both my phones, it's just backgrounds. So that's the difference between the two phones on certain things. Other things are the size of the phones, and what they actually look like, too. By the way, I don't know what it is, but I like this on dark mode, so do not question it. And it's the same on this phone, too. I need it on dark mode, mainly because my eyes are so bad. I don't know why, okay? But when holding onto this phone, when they're both next to each other, one is bigger than the other, and I think you guys can actually tell. This one is the plus size. Now, there's a story behind why I got the plus size, and that is mainly when, I wanted the 16, but I wanted this nice bluish teal color, okay? I didn't want the, what other one was it? This one was teal. There was also black, there was white, there was pink. And then, what was it, cyan? Not cyan. It wasn't ocean. I don't know, whatever it was. It was like that blue color. And, I didn't like that blue. I didn't really enjoy it. So my mom's like, you could get whatever color you wanted. But the only problem was they didn't have the regular teal iPhone 16 anymore. Because when I got it, it was a few months in. Like, I didn't get it right when it first came out. I got it maybe for my birthday or even a few months later. And my birthday's in May. So it took a while. That's why I had to get the plus size. But yeah, you could tell the difference between the two sizes. But also because, let's see if I could do this without on the floor. But also, this phone itself is black. Boring. This is a good case. And you're going to say, well, Layton, you just said black is boring. Yeah, I'm wearing black right now. Does that, whatever. Depends on what mood I'm in. And also because there was, like, black and gold color. So, see how it has the gold on the edges? Yeah. It's also very soft. But I also have the same case, but in green and gold, which I like a little bit better. But then again, when am I ever going to show off the iPhone 12 ever again? Unless I switch phones, which I don't want to do. So yeah, I have these two phone cases, mainly for the 12. And for the 16, I have this case to match Megan, because me and Megan are like sisters. And if you guys don't know, like, me and Megan have known each other since we were itty-bitty toddlers, like 3 years old or something like that. So now that we're, like, older, we like to match each other. We get matching phone cases. Her phone case doesn't have a ribbon on it, but I couldn't find a purple one that had the exact matching color. So I just had to stick with the ribbon. But this is actually kind of cute for the 16. And then I also have this blue one, which has flowers on it. And you might be like, Lainey, that is definitely not for the 16 plus. Trust me, it is. It's just the way the camera looks. See? The 2 cameras and then 1 flashlight. But yeah, that's one. And then this is also one that I had for the 12. It was like an orange. I wanted like an orange and blue. And this was the closest thing I could have gotten to it. I don't know what I was thinking with this, because it was clear, but it had the blue edges. I liked the blue for the 16. But looking at it now, it didn't match the vibe with the lighter blue. Because the dark blue with the light blue, it did not look good. So I don't really know why I have this one, but I guess, I don't know, in case I ever wanted to switch it out. The one that I really loved, which I had literally just 2 weeks ago and I switched it, because I like switching my phone cases often, was this blue and orange one. Checkered. And I love blue and orange. Literally. Like, my whole room is technically blue and orange, except for the walls and the furniture. Everything else is blue and orange. But yeah, that is blue and orange right there. And it's kind of crazy to think about, because look at that, blue and orange Apple Watch band. But we're not about the Apple Watch right now. This is about the phones. Okay, one last phone case for the 16 is like this purpley periwinkle color. I don't know if you guys can see it. And it's almost like see-through almost too. Like, see how you can see my thumb, but it's blurry? Yeah, it's almost like that blurry look, but then when I put it on the actual phone, it will look something like actually periwinkle, because this, okay, doesn't look see-through at all, but when I take it off, it does. You see that? These are the same phone cases, different color. And I think that's only because of the way... It's either the color of my phone that it does that, which I don't mind, because this makes it look more greener than blue, which I like, because I like both green, blue, and orange. So I don't mind it. But yeah, that's also the different phone cases, the different lock screens, the different sizes of the phones. But also, you can tell because of... See how on the little notch there, it's a bigger, I don't know what to call that. I wouldn't call it a bigger camera, because there's really no bigger camera. It's more so, whatever you call it, okay? And then versus that, which, yes, I know, I have to charge my phone, people. I know. But yeah, that's also another difference. So it's kind of funny between the two phones, and they both work very, very, very well. But this phone does not hold much storage. I had to keep on deleting pictures or something, or deleting apps, deleting this, and it was driving me cuckoo. And not only that, but I also had to deal with deleting text messages off my phone. Like, for example, who is texting me right now? Oh, Aiden. Oh, wow. Okay, Aiden. Okay. Slow it down there, buddy. Okay, if you guys do not know, which... whatever. Yeah, this is the limit to who I text the most, okay? It is my mom, my dad, Jack, and Megan. And then my recent deleted, which would be, Rocky, Sophia, and then whoever else, which technically I limit to only 4 each thing. So on here it says Rocky, Sophia, Jack's mom sometimes, and then group chat with my mom and dad, so whatever. That's like 4 each. See? 4 each on the thing. Regular text message, recently deleted, which I'm not going to show you guys. Pointing to the wrong thing. Text message, recently deleted. I don't know what that is. I think that's like when you need to text someone. Anyway, but yeah, whenever I text, I always make sure I have enough storage. It shows Sophia. It shows on this that Sophia's trying to FaceTime. It shows on the actual phone that I'm using right now, the 16, that she's calling. And it shows on the Apple Watch that she's calling. So that's actually very weird. I am busy! And it's this phone that has the song, which I'll show you guys that after. It shows the number of Sophia's phone on my iPad too. Great. I'm shocked the thing didn't, hang up. I swear, how many times is Sophia gonna call me until I pick up? Because I'm not gonna pick up. Not yet, at least. And you guys might be like, Lainey, that's rude. You know what's rude? I only got 3 hours of sleep last night, so I don't care. No one ask why, because honestly, it's a long story. But let's be honest here, another thing, which I just want to get this video over with now, because I don't need her calling again, is, I'm not going to show you the storage, because, like, this thing was so bad with storage. like really bad. So yeah, but I can go onto YouTube like normal. I could connect. Look at this. Ready? Boom. There's my channel. It's not glitchy. You can see me scrolling completely fine. You can see that it was loading just for a second, but like, who cares? Because like some phones do that. It doesn't matter how fast I go. It will still catch up because I have so many videos. And then same goes for my Snapchat and my Instagram and stuff and my TikTok. Like, I can go onto TikTok just fine. There I am. Boom. Videos. Boom. See that? And yeah, that's me right there. If anyone is wondering, that is my TikTok. Okay? Same picture, same videos most of the time. And what is, because sometimes I don't post my TikToks on YouTube Shorts. I don't know why. But yeah. The only difference is when going on to TikTok on this phone and all my other different apps, is it looks bigger. See that? And that should probably be it for like app-wise and the phone cases and how big the phones are and the lock screens and stuff. Because everything else is pretty much whatever else I have. I mean, I have my JBL headphones, my Apple Watch. And again, I only came across this phone because I was cleaning out my electronics drawer. There's my portable charger. It has bling, it has bedazzle, which I have to charge it. My Apple Watch bands. Okay? See that? You see? So yeah, this video is mainly just about the two different phones and how they both work, and if this is still good or not, and if this is whatever. Now, looking at what I just reviewed for myself too, because now this actually helps me, I might actually keep the 12, only because, this is a really good quality phone. I mean, even the Siri, are you ready? It does that, which that was Sophia, by the way, the little picture here. But look at the Siri, look. That's the Smart Intelligence versus right there. And the thing is, with the difference, like, now Austin is calling me. How many people are gonna call me? And it's like our summer group chat. It's literally, why? That's what it's doing. All my friends are calling me, and it's driving me insane. Who next is gonna end up calling me? My dad? Or Jack? Well, actually, I doubt that. Or Megan? Like, I swear, are all my friends just gonna call me? Because I'm gonna laugh if so. But yeah, comment down below what phone you like better, because both with the intelligence, there's really not much. And I don't even use the camera control button, which is on the side. And that's like right there, by the way. But yeah, I don't even use the camera control button. And I think that's because I'm a left-handed girly. Like, I'm lefty. Hello, guys, I'm a lefty. Yes, I've been a lefty my whole life, so. I've never actually used the camera control button once yet. I'm not really planning to, because I use the camera just fine. Because if nobody actually knows, okay, I mean, you guys still Can I get out of my Apple Music for once? Without that showing? Okay, thank you. It still has the camera thing on there, and that's what I normally do. Plus, I can go into my phone and go on the app itself. I don't know. I don't know. If any of you are left-handed, let me know, and let me know if you actually use it, because I don't. Personally, I don't. But yeah. This has been about both the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 16 and how good both work. And me personally, I like them both. It's more so the storage-wise, okay? iPhone 12 doesn't have a lot of storage. iPhone 16 does. That's it. Everything else, completely normal. And the size-wise, too, because there's no plus size for the 12, but there is for the 16. Unless you just get the iPhone 12 Pro. Who the hell would want that, though? But anyway, I have not been posting in a while. I'm going to try to do that, and if I want to, I can make a video of me cleaning my room, too. So I might do that. But before I go, I am going to let you guys know the different apps that I use, like for my ringtone, for example, or my stuff, okay? This is the app I use, okay? And right here on the bottom, do you see that? I'm going to see if I can hold it with two hands. I can't because I'm dropping everything. Let's see if I could do this one-handed then. But I'm already clumsy. All right, this is the iPhone app that I use for the ringtone. I go down at the bottom. I said bottom, not top. Jeez. And I click. I'm busy, god dang it. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to do this one-handed here without having to worry about stuff. Anyway. You go to this app, which I'll tell you the name of it in a minute, and you click here, and as you can see, I already have some songs, okay? And what I do is, I'm on TikTok most of the time now, which for you mini DJs, you guys might be mad at me for, but then again, you can watch my videos on TikTok if you look it up and you have it. And I have different songs, like for example, This Is Mine, which it won't do, because my phone is connected to my headphones, so give me a second. Okay. Let me restart that. This is what it sounds like for my ringtone right now. And what I do... I let it burn, let the world burn. Sit here, you calling out my name. But that's... I mean, I have other songs on here too, and what I normally just do is, if I made a video on TikTok and I just save it to my photos, I can use that sound as the ringtone, and that's what normally I do. But it's called Ringtone Maker, and it is that one at the top, the yellow and yellow and black. So that's what that is. But then my second app that I use for the faded blue and orange background, if you guys did not see in the previous video, what am I talking about? I'm tired. I only got 3 hours of sleep. Back 5 or 10 minutes ago what I was talking about. Okay? This app Okay. There's the blue and orange. Okay. And what I just did is, what I can do is, you press add, and there's one color right there, right now. But you can, hold on, how did I just do that? Okay. See the paintbrush? You go there. You tap I'm doing this, by the way, backwards. I can't even look. Let me do purple. So there's the purple at the bottom. And then if I want to do blue, tap. It wants to annoy me. Okay. There we go. And then if I wanted to do, yeah, let's just do yellow. Hold on. And then yellow. There it is, purple and yellow. And you could, like, do the different things. You could also make it into one color and just do, like, green or... Actually, I was going to do green. I didn't even try that. Okay, that's weird. You could do green, or you could... Why is it not letting me now? Hey! It's not letting me drag it now. Or you could do... like, all the different colors. Like... You know what I mean? But that's called, Wallpaper Maker, I think. And that's at the top, too. Wallpaper Maker. But it looks like that. Those are mainly the two apps I use. No, that's a lie. I also use face keyboard emoji. Face emoji, whatever it's called. You know, like right on there. Right. See it? Face emoji. I use that because I also have a keyboard of my own that I use. Oh, wait, Lainey, you have a keyboard that you use? Yes, I do, actually. And it looks like that. The reason why I'm covering it is because I went into my mom's text message thing. But yeah, that's my keyboard. Everything on the 16 and the 12 is literally the same thing, which I completely forgot about. The only difference is the storage. So I think that's the end for this video. I will be making another one, because as you can see, my trash is filled up, full. I can't talk. And I'll be cleaning. Because I got nothing else to do. And it's early right now for me. It's 2:56, which on a weekend, okay, because I go to summer school still. If it was the weekend, I'd be waking up at 12. So this would actually be my breakfast time right now. Around 2 o'clock, 2:30. And it is now 2:56. Yeah, I know. I wake up late on weekends because I go to bed at 4 in the morning. Is that bad? Probably. Kids, don't do that. Unless you're my age. Which I'm 16. I'm only 16, it doesn't matter. But yeah, peace out.